Hey guys, it's your girl Tina here. Happy New Year! Can you believe it's already 2023? Holy moly! Now this year I want to create more nail videos because it's one of my passions and I love doing nail art. It gets my creative juices flowing and I love creating the designs you guys send in. So I had an idea. Now instead of you drawing my nails, you can draw your own nails, meaning you guys submit your designs that you want for yourself. I'll create them and make them into press-ons and send it back to you. How does that sound? Each episode, I'll pick the best ones to recreate, and if you guys want to participate, I'll leave a little highlight with a template on my Instagram, and you guys can create your own design and DM it to me on Instagram. Now for today's video, I had a really hard time picking out some nail designs because they were all good. A lot of them had different themes and colors. It was so hard to choose. I actually saved them all and put them in a special album for my nail inspos. But these were the final two that I decided on. The first design is by Yong. She designed this really cool stiletto set. I love the swirls and detailing, and it's giving me like really cool retro vibes. Design number 2 is from Den. She designed this Gudetama nail art design and it is so cute, especially because I just started watching the series on Netflix. Gudetama has the cutest booty. If you haven't seen it, you guys need to check it out. It's just so jiggly and I just wanna squeeze it. So I've got my first design and I've already sized up my tips. I'm using the Kiara Sky Jelly tips in Stiletto Medium. I've picked out some gel colors that I think will match the color scheme in the design. I'm gonna quickly pop it on my palette. I just use a white tile as my palette. So these are the colors that I'm gonna use. Let's start off with the thumb. So let's do the pink background first. Now I'm going to work on the white part of the star. It's like half a star, a little bit more than half a star. So for this I'm just using a liner brush, a longer liner brush. And I'm mapping out the star. Okay, so I've got my general shape and outline. I'll just fill it in with the white now. It's been a while since I've done nails and I feel a little bit rusty already. Okay, so that's my peekaboo star. I'm gonna cure that. Oh my god, my nose is running. I have a cold. Great start to the new year. Now I'm going to work on the colorful outline, starting with like a hot pink instead of purple. Oh, I didn't get that color out. Let me quickly. Now the trick to doing straight lines is to use a liner brush and make sure that it's evenly coated in the gel. And I can start outlining the star and build up the thickness of the lines. Now doing it on tips is a lot easier because I can actually turn the whole nail around. But if I was doing this on myself or someone else's hand, it's going to be a little bit trickier because I can't just flip their hand. This is requiring a lot of concentration. And I'm going to repeat this with the next color, which is orange. And finally, the yellow outline. I'm done with the thumb. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's move on to the other fingers. For this finger, I'll do the white base first, and then I'll do the purple checkers afterwards. I think that would be easier. So for the checkers, it kind of looks a little bit wavy. I'm gonna just tweak it a little bit and make it, instead of 2 boxes, it'll be 3 boxes. So it looks more like checkered and it'll be a little bit smaller. And then there's that heart detailing that I cannot forget. I've mapped out the general shape of my checkers. Now I'm changing brush. I'm using this little brush that has more of like a square tip, so it's going to help fill in the squares a lot quicker. I realized I just messed up. I filled in the wrong squares. Ah! I didn't cure it yet, so I can undo it. I was like, wait a minute, this looks a bit weird. I'm just using a clean brush and then some alcohol to remove that gel. Okay, let's try this again and fill in the right boxes this time. After curing that layer, I'm going to work on the red heart. Okay, so I saved the checkered one. I've done the love heart. Let's keep going. For the middle finger, it looks like there's like a French tip and then a couple stars. So I'm gonna do like a sheer pink for a base color first, then work on the French tip. That's that same pink as we used on the thumb. And then I'll do the star detailing. To create the French, I'm using an angled brush because it's easier for me to get that crisp line whilst filling in the French. Then I'll paint on the sparkle with my long liner brush. I'm trying to perfect the shape, but for some reason it's not that easy. Ugh, that's totally not centered. Why am I struggling so much with this star? Like, it looks good on one side and then I turn it the other side and it's like, oh, what shape are you? What are you? Okay, I need to stop perfecting this sparkle. The more I touch it, the more it's like turning into something else. So I'm just going to cure that and work on the other little 2 stars on the side. Okay, that's looking good. Let's cure that. And then that's 1 finger done. For the swirl design, I'm kind of doing a freestyle swirl. I don't think Yaren will mind, hopefully. Swirls are very popular at the moment. I've been seeing it everywhere, especially on my IG feed. It just works well with all sorts of colors and the possibilities are endless. I'm liking how this is looking. Let's cure it and then move on to the pinky. Oops, I dropped some top coat on my background. Please ignore that blob. For the pinky, I'm painting on the vibrant purple first. Cure that and then I'll paint on the colorful reverse French. Alrighty guys, I am done with the first design. I really like how this turned out. I think as a set, all the colors work really well together. The design is nice and it's got that retro vibe. Let me try it on my fingers. I'm just going to stick them on using double-sided tape, like these little ones designed for nails. Okay, I've got them on. What do you guys think? It's been a while since I've had long nails and I'm glad that these are just press-ons because I don't think I could carry baby properly with these on. Isn't this such a fun and cool design? You can save it for your next nail inspo. I can claw someone's eyes out with this. I'm gonna tackle design number 2 now. I feel like this one's gonna be a little bit easier. So I think I'm gonna work on the base colors first because they all have that same yellowy, slightly orangey color.
With this design, the size and shape of the tip is shorter and I opted for a coffin shape to match the original design. I'm painting on an off-white as the base for 2 of the nails.
I painted on 2 coats of the base color. Now I can start with the design. I think I'll start with the pinky and then move my way to the thumb. The thumb, I have this idea of doing like a 3D Gudetama, so let's see if it works. Let's do his face. Gudetama has this sort of like sad, can't be bothered face. So I just need to get that expression right. So his eyes are a little bit slanted. And then for the mouth, it's kind of like, it's like a face.
I'm gonna paint on the little arms.
Now I'm gonna draw in the white part of the mouth.
Okay, for some reason he looks like he's smiling instead of frowning. Oops.
Now for the ring finger, there's like a little mini French tip and then Gudetama and then the egg. So we've done the background, that's gonna be like the eggshell and the French tip at the top. I'll paint on the yellow bits now. I'm just using an angle brush to clean up the eggshell area to make it a little bit more prominent.
My brush is dipped in a little bit of alcohol, so it's going to help clean that area up. And then I'll repaint the zigzag to make it look more defined. Now I'm going to outline the cracked eggshell in black.
I'm a little bit nervous about drawing the outline of him. It looks a little bit difficult. I'm not great with curved lines.
I kind of messed up the shape a little bit, but I'm just going to clean that up with alcohol. Okay, that's much better. Now for the face. This time I'm gonna try to make him look a little bit more sad. Then I'll draw on that tiny little anime angry symbol on his head. Now I can work on the next nail. I'll paint on the yellow part first, cure, then paint on his face. The outline of the shell is a lot easier than the previous nail. It's just a wavy line. And then I'll finish off the white part of his mouth. The next nail is much more simple. I'm just using my dotting tool to create different size white dots. Ta-da! Now moving on to the thumb, let's do the egg white first.
Okay, now for the thumb. This one's a tough one because I have to draw Gudetama very, very small. So I'm gonna find a reference photo that I can see more detail. This is gonna require a lot of concentration.
I'm painting on his little body now, but for some reason my camera has a mind of its own and decided to focus on my little baby hairs instead. Thank you very much for highlighting that. Okay, back to the nail. I'm going to paint on his little limbs and then cure. Next, I'll work on the black outline. And of course, his face.
All right, so I've finished with Gudetama and he's looking okay. It looks a little bit off, but I'm still pretty happy with it because it's such a small, tiny area I'm working with. Now I'm just going to quickly do the outline of the egg white.
Then to finish off the thumb design, I'm painting on the little black specks at the top.
So I'm done with the thumb. I want to go back to the other nails and just add a little bit of blush to Gudetama because I want him to look cute.
And then I'll top coat all those nails.
Oh, actually for the thumb, I wanted to make it 3D. So I want to add an extra layer of a thicker gel just to make it a little bit more raised. We'll see if it works. So I tried and I mean, it is a bit more raised, but it doesn't really make it look super 3D, if you know what I mean. Meh, at least I tried. Okay, so I'm done with design number 2. What do you guys think? The thumb was definitely a challenge, just trying to get all that detailing in and then just like, you know, doing the black outline. It was a little bit intense, I'll tell you that. I'm really happy with how it turned out though. If you guys haven't seen the series yet on Netflix, I highly recommend it. Check it out, it's super funny and cute. The length on this design is definitely a lot more wearable, and especially for every day. And if you have a baby, I think this is a little bit more doable than the previous design. But in saying that, I do love a long stiletto nail. It just makes my fingers look so much longer. Know what I mean? If you guys want to participate in the next episode and get me to draw your nails, just follow me on Instagram at Tina_Yong. Check out my nail highlight. There's a template up on there where you can design your own set of nails. You decide the length, the color, the theme. Zen has been extra creative and kind enough to design a little example for you guys. Once you're done creating your design, just DM it to me and then I'll pick the best ones to recreate that day. That's it to this video, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on notifications, and I shall speak to you guys next time. Bye! Oh my gosh, I feel so creative with my 2 designs.